welcome back to a brand new video, and today, if you can't tell from the title or thumbnail, we are diving into the Crew, and more specifically, the drag racing that I got to experience personally within the Crew. Now, it should come as no surprise, I love drag racing, different kinds of racing on this channel. In fact, it's one of the things you guys enjoy watching me do the most on Forza. It is also the sole thing that blew up my channel on TikTok and YouTube. I used to do, you've probably seen the video, where I used to do a reverse lap, go around the thing, and then I'd catch up to everyone at the end of the race. But let's be honest, in terms of Forza Horizon 4's drag racing, it's a little bit bland. And by that, I mean it just is like another race. There's no special mechanics that make you know it's a drag race. The only describing factor in the race that it's a drag race is that it's a straight line. So when I heard that I was gonna get to test out the drag racing in the Crew, naturally I wasn't overly excited. I was excited to see what the maps looked like for the drag racing, but I didn't have very high expectations because I didn't know what potential existed out there for drag racing, because as you know, I never played the Crew 2. And if I've been saying the Crew 2, I mean the Crew Motorfest, the brand new one. But this system and mechanics that are in place for the drag racing on the new Crew game are unbelievable. You get to control everything from where your tires warm up, as you guys are seeing, to launching, and then your shifting has to be perfect. They tell you when to shift. There's so many different factors that I only got to test out a small portion of in that section alone. And one of the things I love most is that there's very specific controls for the leaderboards. So you know me, obviously I had to try and get first place on the leaderboards because I'm competitive like that, and I like to think I'm pretty quick. So the nice thing was that everybody was using the exact same car, and it only came down to skill level to hit that record, which I think was awesome. That's a really good mechanic to have in a game. And as you know, it's not just like a one and done like Forza. You missed a shift, you gotta either restart the race or start it or like do the event again, the whole event. But in the Crew, the Motorfest, you get 3 attempts in your single go. So if you screw up the first one, you know you have 2 more, and then it just takes your best one. This is what every game has needed. I need multiple attempts. I'm not good enough to do my best on one try and then I gotta restart. I lose my mojo, and next thing you know, I can't get a good run. But when they're all back to back, that was extremely helpful and one of my favorite experiences throughout the event. Now, we didn't get to look at every single different car in the game, but there are drag racing specific cars. They have the wheelie bars on the back, as you can see, to make sure you don't tip back. The cars, or the game as a whole, feels like they built out different parts for different communities of players very intentionally, and didn't just kind of like have a whole game and then slack on the extracurriculars. They have a whole game and then they dove into specifically drifting, drag racing, all these other categories, and made sure they were fantastic. Now, I didn't try out any of the Formula 1, unfortunately. I didn't have time. But if I get to try it again, I will be doing the Formula 1 because I'm so excited about that. But as for the drag racing, I only tried the one map. I think there's a drag race for every different storyline, at least in the game, and there's 5 different kind of stories that you can follow. So there are many more that I'm very excited to try. Don't know what all the maps look like, but I'm really excited for when the game comes out. I want to try and maintain that #1 spot. I want to grind. I haven't played a game where I've been excited to grind it out in a long time, and this game is doing that for me, especially in the drag racing. I can't stress how excited I am. I'm sure you guys can tell through the video. But Forza, you gotta step it up. If the wheel support works properly for drag racing in this game, where you can shift, keep shifting perfectly in the thing, and that runs smoothly, it's done for Forza. Short form content is coming over here. But anyways, as a whole, great experience on the drag racing. You guys can expect a bunch more videos. I got to sit down and play for 4 hours, so I tested many aspects of the game. So if you guys want to be tuned or notified when those come out. Make sure you're subscribed with the notifications on, and let's aim for 200 likes on this video. I think you guys can definitely do that, but it is going to be a shorter one for today because I'm just diving lightly into the separate topics. I don't want to do a full in-depth. Maybe we'll do a video as a whole at the end, but if you made it all the way through to the end, let me know with a comment. As always, we'll see you in the next one. I'm out. The peace.